I know that many of you are now, let's just say in kindergarten, starting to work on number and teaching counting and cardinality. I really, really want to encourage you to go to the website by Clemens and Sarama, thelearningtrajectories.org, and look up the trajectory for counting. There's a lot of trajectories up there. Look up the counting one. Only focus on that one right now, because it gives us as educators the language to talk about what's going on with our kids. So I'm just going to read some of them. A number sayer, a chanter, a reciter to 10, a corresponder, a counter, a producer. Imagine if you actually had that language to talk about what kids are at, where kids are at and what they're doing. So instead of saying he can count and he can, now you can say, you know what? I love where he's at. He is at the level of producing. He can produce a set within 10. And you can say he's, approaching producing, but right now he's at counting. And he's a counter. He counts really well. He can count objects, and he can count them within 7 or 8. And then my little friend over here, he is a reciter. He can say his numbers. That's different than a producer or a counter, and these things kind of overlap in some areas. But being able to name where kids are is so important, because if you can say, this is my standard, this is the learning trajectory, and then these are the activities, so I can get my kids right there to that standard, that's gold. And a learning trajectory is going to help you know what to do with where your kids are, so you can get them to where they need to be. We all know, we all agree, everybody's got to learn to count to 20. But there's a whole bunch of stuff on the way. And a learning trajectory will help you understand and give you language that we've never had before. And they've been out for years, but a lot of people still haven't heard of them. Go on learningtrajectories.org and just look at the counting one. Otherwise, it can get a little bit overwhelming because there's a whole bunch of them. But look at the counting learning trajectory and make that a goal for the grade level. To just learn the counting one right now. There's others. You should really look at the supervising one too, but we're not going to talk about that in this video. Learn the counting trajectory. And really in kinder, you need to learn most of it, but right now we're at the beginning of the year, focus on within 10. Right, the first 10 levels, right? So there's about 20 levels. Do that for yourself. Do that for your team. Do that for your kids. Do that for your school. Do that for your district.